Well, metaphorically, Lady Gaga blew the roof off the joint. They actually opened up the roof for her halftime performance as she dropped on in to entertain the crowd here at Michael Strahan. The one thing we can say is that was at least the most acrobatic halftime performance we've seen probably since Cirque du Soleil.
Well, you knew something special was happening when they closed the roof for the game, when they opened it up for Lady Gaga. And she made a grand entrance and put on a great show. A lot of happy people here in the stadium. Nice flip, yeah.
Very acrobatic.
Next year, opening up our first show, we're going to open it up with you dropping in on some cables.
Good
Not
luck
a
with
problem,
that.
bub.
Hey, all right, we know how the crowd here reacted. Let's check in with Katie Nolan to see what they said on social media about it. Katie.
Guys, what an amazing halftime show that was. I'm still recovering, but the numbers are rolling in. We were getting 41,000 tweets per minute using the word Gaga. On Facebook, 396,000 people per minute were talking when she took the stage about the halftime show. You guys are talking about the mic drop, talking about the roof jump, and of course you're talking about the drones. That was an amazing halftime show that I'm gonna need some time to process, so get out of my face. Hi, Dad.
Everybody's saying hi to their dad tonight. All right, the second half of Super Bowl 51 comes your way in just a moment. Lady Gaga made them open up the roof for her performance. They had to close the first half. They've closed it again. Right now, it is closed, so that means kickoff of the second half comes your way right after this.
Could have predicted the score at the half. 21-3 in favor of the Atlanta Falcons. Just the second Super Bowl in franchise history, taking on the New England Patriots. As we welcome you back to Houston, Texas, you can experience the game like never before from every angle, powered by Intel. And we go back to the interception by Robert Alford.
You see Robert Alford, how he's got a clear line of sight on Tom Brady and is able to undercut that throw and just does an outstanding job of anticipating the route, jumping it, and then, of course, finishing it off with the touchdown.
Yeah, an 82-yard return, first return for a touchdown against the New England Patriots at any point this season. And so now we'll see what Tom Brady and the Patriots have in store here in the second half. The interesting part is, because of the way the back end of that first half unfolded, the Atlanta offense, which will start this half with the ball, hasn't been out on the field for over an hour.
And just 19 plays that the Falcons ran in the first half, which is pretty incredible, almost unheard of. And this opening possession for both of these teams, I think, is big to start this second half. The Falcons, of course, they want to continue with momentum. Great job to end that half by the defense. Can the offense run the ball, the play action pass, and the things they did so well there in the first half? But more importantly, can the Patriots defense make a stop and let this Falcons offense know that, hey, they're going to have to continue to play and get the ball back to this offense?
Gostkowski kicks it away, and it's Weems around the 5. And well covered by New England. Nate Ebner on the stop. Let's go down to the field and check in with Chris Myers.
Well, Bill Belichick said if you wait until halftime to make adjustments, it's too late. He started juggling things in the opening quarter, like how he was covering Julio Jones because they couldn't stop the run. And then when he did that, Julio Jones set up a touchdown. When I asked him about how his offense could get him back in the game, I got kind of a blank stare. But he did indicate turning this game around starts with stopping Matt Ryan and the Atlanta offense.
1 hour, 8 minutes. Since we last saw the Atlanta Falcons offense, they take over at their own 19, leading by 18. And they hand it off to Freeman. Nowhere to go. Hightower made the play. A loss of 3, and back down to the field. Here's Aaron Andrews.
Joe, you mentioned how long it's been for the Falcons offense since they've been on the field. Dan Quinn saying, look, it is what it is, and that's why our mindset starting here in the second half has to be, we're pedaling downhill. We just have to attack. Did ask him what he told his team. Reset. Forget about the first half. He mentioned what concerns him the most, this ball-hawking defense from the Patriots and their explosive offense. Joe?
Aaron thanks 2nd and 13 after the 3-yard loss by Freeman. underneath. Freeman on the reception. Can't make the 25. And a good play made by Logan Ryan. A gain of 7, so 3rd and 6 coming. An opportunity for this Patriots defense to get a stop and get Brady right back on the field.
No doubt this would be a big statement by this New England defense. And Kyle Shanahan, he comes out on 1st down, tries to run the ball. Dante Hightower makes a great play on 1st down, and that's something they were unable to do with this running game by the Falcons there in that 1st half.
3rd down and 6. Sideline broken up. Pass intended for Taylor Gabriel, and out there Eric Rowe, who was added in a trade week 1 of the season, a former 2nd-round pick by Philly.
Eric Rowe, he's young at the position, and looked like there was a little contact at the top of it, but they go after Eric Rowe one-on-one in a 5-man rush by the New England Patriots, and that's a big-time 3-and-out. That's hard to do against this Falcons offense. It's rare that they don't pick up a 1st down.
Well, it's the first Atlanta drive in this game without a 1st down attached to it. 4th down and 6. Bosher to punt. Goodwin. Edelman. From the 21. Breaks 1 tackle. Down the sideline. Bosher in on the stop. And a big-time return by Julian Edelman. Of 34 yards after a 56-yard punt. Here comes New England, down 18. During the break, a challenge flag thrown by Dan Quinn. We're going to get the call right now from Carl Cheffers. It was for that, the left foot of Edelman along the sideline.
After review, the returner stepped out of bounds at the 47-yard line. That's where New England will have it, 1st and 10. Please set the game clock to 13:07.
Right now the ball's sitting at the 45 of Atlanta. And I assume with that tight look, it's the 47 of Atlanta. And they're going to move it back to the 47 of New England. So some yardage taken away. 8 yards on the return by Julian Edelman. And here's a better look at it. Right there. So starting from their own 47, down by 18. Pass is off the hands of Chris Hogan. Good throw that time by Brady, and Hogan couldn't make the catch. Collins in coverage.
Yeah, good coverage by Jalen Collins. A lot of field there with man coverage to get the ball out on that boundary, and Chris Hogan just unable to make a play on that ball. Perfectly thrown ball by Brady.
Just 2 catches for 23 yards for Hogan. After that incredible performance against the Steelers in the championship game, 9 for 180. 2nd and 10. Here's Amendola. Well played. Flag is thrown from the secondary. Brian Poole made the stop. The undrafted rookie out of Florida. And it's against New England.
Well, Brian Poole, he played that ball awfully well. A guy who had a couple holding penalties.
Pass interference, number 15 offense. That penalty is declined. 3rd down.
So they decline the penalty. Instead of 2nd and 20, it's 3rd and 12.
There's the call on Chris Hogan, but, you know, Brian Poole, he's anticipating the quick passing game. That's one of the things that the Patriots like to do in defense. That you have to be aggressive in attack, and that's what he was able to do, and makes a big-time play.
3rd down and 12 for Brady.
Confusion there by this Falcons defense.
And Dan Quinn on the sideline, the head coach, called the timeout. So Dan Quinn's defense, which is coordinated by Richard Smith, will have a chance to talk about this 3rd down and 12. Last night, all the awards were handed out around the NFL. The NFL's Assistant Coach of the Year was Kyle Shanahan, who it appears is headed to the 49ers to become their next head coach, with our former colleague John Lynch in the spot of general manager. And in that little head-to-head against Josh McDaniels, Kyle Shanahan's winning that battle. There he is upstairs. Right now it's Atlanta's defense out there, and McDaniels trying to find a way to get a first down. Third down and 12. Pass dropped, Edelman. And so despite the great starting field position for New England, nothing doing.
Well, as soon as they move Edelman down and Alford goes with him, he's in man coverage, and Tom Brady knows that, and this is where the Patriots are really dangerous most of the time. When you get Edelman running the shallow crossing routes, can't keep up with them with tremendous quickness and speed, but 2 drop balls there by Edelman and Hogan on that drive.
And over end punt. Ryan Allen, and a fair catch hauled in by Weems. So the Falcons have it for the second time in the second half as they lead 21-3. Welcome back to Super Bowl 51 on Fox, America's most watched network for the NFL. Drive will start for Atlanta at their own 15 as they lead 21-3. First time in their last 21 possessions, the Falcons went 3 and out. That's how they started this second half. Coleman in the backfield. Pass is caught. Gabriel out across the 30. Taylor Gabriel, who has become a major weapon for Matt Ryan, gains 17.
Yeah, off the play action passing, and Taylor Gabriel, he gets in there, and this is a guy that can really fly, and the fact that he became available when the Cleveland Browns let him go, and Kyle Shanahan had some background with him when he was with the Browns as offensive coordinator. He picked him up, and boy, what a key acquisition he has been.
Toss to Coleman running right. Tevin Coleman out across the 35. We haven't talked much about Alex Mack, who was the free agent added from Cleveland to really solidify this offensive line. He got hurt in the NFC Championship game. There are some reports out there that this fibula injury is actually a break. He didn't really want to talk about it much with us when we met with him during the week, but he's held up well.
Well, he sure has. He's made some big-time blocks, too, to get this running game going.
Ryan down the middle, wide open. Gabriel. And a busting coverage by this Patriots defense.
Well, Taylor Gabriel, he puts a heck of a move on this route that frees him up. Malcolm Butler in coverage right there and trips him up. And then he's got to make the catch, knowing he's got the safety on the other side who's going to put the hit on him. It's a big-time route.
Handoff is to Coleman running left, and Chung is there to force him out. That 35-yarder to Taylor Gabriel was the longest pass play tonight, and here it is again.
Yeah, you see the release off the ball with speed. As soon as he starts to the boundary with the head fake, it trips up Malcolm Butler, and it gives Matt Ryan just an easy completion. But you talked about Kyle Shanahan and what he has meant to this offense. Those are the kinds of things in terms of route running. There's not a lot of teams in this league that really teach some of the fundamental things of route running. When you watch these wide receivers, they do an excellent job. They're talented, they're well coached, and that's why they move the football the way they do.
On second down, Ryan in trouble out to his left, throws, pass is caught. That's Sanu. And Mohamed Sanu is to the 15-yard line with another Atlanta first down.
How about that catch?
How about the year for Mohamed Sanu, who played second fiddle to A.J. Green in Cincinnati. Now he's second fiddle to this guy, and he's had a great season.
He really has. He's just another weapon in Matt Ryan's arsenal.
His first catch for 13 yards. Freeman right side. Hits the hole hard, and he's dragged down inside the 10 at the 7 by Trey Flowers.
Well, you think about this second half, Joe, and the Falcons open up the second half. They go 3 and out. The Patriots get a great return from Julian Edelman, and they do nothing with it. With great field position, the young Falcons defense force a 3 and out, and now this Falcons offense on the move and threatening for more points.
Here's Freeman. Nowhere to go. Bottled up. And dropped back near the 10. And this Patriots defense is looking for a takeaway. That's what they need, a loss of 2 by Devontae Freeman. And there's the defensive coordinator, Matt Patricia. He's called the defense for Bill Belichick since 2010. He's been the official defensive coordinator since 2012 entitled. And he has his hands full.
Now keep an eye on Mohamed Sanu down here. He's the most targeted receiver for this Falcons offense on 3rd down. He's right here on the line.
3rd down and 4. Ryan, pass is broken up, but a flag. Butler in coverage on Gabriel, and a flag is thrown right in that spot.
Pass interference. Number 21 defense. Automatic. 1st down.
Take a look at it and see what happens in the left arm. The left arm is kind of around him and gets the pull. He gets the penalty there to keep this drive alive. And then, of course, the big play to Gabriel when he got crossed up. A tough series.
With 3 catches, 76 yards in the game. He's never had a 100-yard game in the NFL. Here is Coleman, end zone, touchdown.
Well, this is not what you want to see. Rob Ninkovich, he has to cover Coleman as he comes across. He gets caught up in the traffic. As you see, he's trying to then get out there. He gets outflanked. And there's no way you're going to be able to make a play on Coleman.
It's a 6-yard touchdown catch by Tevin Coleman. This to make it 28-3. Nearly blocked. Bryant knocks it through. New England stopped Atlanta first time they had it in this second half. Not this time. Down the field they go. Coleman into the end zone. Arthur Blank loving it. Up by 25. This city's been lit up all week long in our aerial coverage provided by Bud Light. And Robert Kraft, who has had an unprecedented run of success as owner of the New England Patriots with his son Jonathan Kraft to his left, our right. He has never experienced anything like this in a Super Bowl. In his 8th as an owner of New England. And Deion Lewis takes a knee. Well, it's a Super Bowl, so might as well show him. Mark Wahlberg, huge Patriots fan, and Chrissy Teigen and John Legend. John can cause a stir in a hotel lobby. Take my word for it. Elton John is here. John Travolta is here. Mel Blount, Tony Dungy, a Super Bowl champion in that 06 season. Roger Goodell. And there's James Baker, former Secretary of State, former Secretary of the Treasury. Bob McNair on the far right. Vice President Mike Pence in the middle. Bob McNair has to be thrilled with the way his city has stepped up with the challenge of hosting a Super Bowl. The way his stadium's all lit up. The hole is deeper for Tom Brady in New England. Underneath, pass is caught. Deion Lewis, in this offense isn't going anywhere right now.
Well, what we're seeing, Joe, really is the speed of this Falcons defense, and that's what Dan Quinn wanted to address when he came in and took over as the head coach of this team. It was this defense was last in the NFL the year before Dan Quinn took over, and at every position other than defensive tackle, he'll take speed over size every time, and we're seeing guys like Deion Jones who are flying all over this field and making plays.
Second down and 7. Brady, pass is caught. Tackle is missed, and a first down for James White. Gain of 12. They really can't get anything going downfield, and that's not atypical of New England. They'll chip away and just drive it right down your throat, but not tonight against Atlanta yet.
Yeah, some self-inflicted punishment too, you know, with the turnovers. And like we said, I mean, Tom Brady, 3 turnovers, 3 interceptions in this postseason, one more than he had all year. But then with the drop balls and just some uncharacteristic things by this Patriot team.
And to back up your point, half the points have come because of the turnovers by New England as Dion Lewis carries it over the right side and picks up 8. There was a fumble by LeGarrette Blount. There was an interception return for a touchdown by Robert Alford as he picked Brady and returned it 82 yards to make it 21-0 in the first half. Now 2nd and 2. Lost a yard. 3rd down coming up. Deion Jones right in the middle of it yet again for Atlanta.
Boy, he's been everywhere, hasn't he? And they talk about Deion Jones and the year that he has had, and as the middle linebacker, that's kind of new for him when he got here, and he's had to be the signal caller and take over as the leader. And initially that was, you know, not something he was overly comfortable with, but as Dan Quinn said, he began to, you know, find his voice as the season went along, and boy, the last month of the season he was terrific.
3rd down and 3. This is a lateral. Throw is to Lewis and incomplete. As the Patriots try a little trickery on 3rd down and 3, and now on 4th down, we'll see if Bill Belichick goes for it. I don't know about that play call either.
Yeah, they're just trying to create some big play ability and maybe catch the Falcons off guard. And it looked initially like he had a chance to Dion Lewis, but the ball just not getting there fast enough. Unable to make the play, and I'm not surprised at all they're going for it here on 4th down.
From their own 46, down by 25. First down, big conversion. Amendola out of bounds inside the 40. That's why that play call on 3rd down and 3. I mean, you want the ball in Brady's hands throwing it. Not Edelman, but in this case they convert on 4th down with a completion of 17 to Danny Amendola. He has 3 catches for 28 yards.
45, Rita! Rita right here.
Quick throw. Amendola brought down immediately. Play made by Jalen Collins, a gain of 2.
And Devondre Campbell, he was coming off the edge, and another one of those speed rookies that they picked up at the linebacker position. I think if you look around this league, the Falcons possess the fastest linebackers in all of football.
Patriots in the first half took it inside the Atlanta 35 3 times and came away with a total of 3 points.
Gold 67! Hey, 22!
2nd down and 8. Pass is incomplete for Edelman. 3rd down and 8 with the clock stopped at 4:49 left, 3rd quarter.
Just a little bit off, Joe. You watch Brady, and in that first half they were getting some pressure on him, and really wasn't able to settle in. That time with plenty of time in the pocket and just not a very accurate throw, and he's been off just a little bit. And then when he's kind of been on the mark, they've had a few key drops, but it just hasn't been as in sync as I'm used to seeing from this team.
Now 3rd down and 8. Brady flushed out. Will run and get it and slide at the 20. He doesn't do it much, but that's a 15-yard carry by Tom Brady.
Yeah, and because of that, then when you're rushing him, you tend to lose sight of contain. So they come underneath, they're trying to get inside pressure, and Tom recognizes it, and he gets outside looking to throw, but once he sees open field, he takes it, and You know, obviously not a guy who runs very often, just 28 rushing attempts on the regular season, but a big run there for this Patriot offense.
Ties his season long with a 15-yard carry. Here's Blunt, has a fumble in this game, driving the pile close to the 15. Keanu Neal on the stop. Neal, first-round pick from Florida. And how about this? Helmets are stuck between Martellus Bennett and Dwight Freeney. And then all the while, the clock's running.
That clock's been running on this drive. It's Patriots getting a nice drive going, but certainly time right now is what they're contending with, as well as points. And
officials reset the play clock, but every second on the game clock is precious, and that's been running ever since that last play. 2nd and 5. They run it again. Blunt, right side, is going to get the first down and hang on to the football after a couple of big hits. Alford on the tackle. He wasn't alone out there, and a carry of 10 yards by Blunt.
Some tough running there by LeGarrette Blunt. Just trying to climb back into this thing and know that they got to come away with a touchdown on this drive. And Alford trying to bring down a big man, and that's not easy to do.
Another run to the 5. That's it. And I would imagine Patriots fans are saying, throw the football. I mean, they're getting yardage with Blunt, but we're under 2.5 left now in the third quarter, and a lot of time is coming off the clock on this drive.
You see how much time the drive has taken, over 6 minutes right now, and I think Dan Quinn is perfectly happy, you know, allowing them to drive the football and take time off the clock, and they've done a good job not giving up big plays.
Now they'll throw. Pass is caught. That's White. Touchdown. Brady takes his team into the end zone. A long drive with 2:06 left in the third quarter. First touchdown of the game for New England.
Brian Poole, we've seen, or excuse me, Jalen Collins, that was him on the outside. And look, look, that's a touchdown. And James White, he's been one of the real positives for this offense. He's the leading receiver for the Patriots in this ballgame.
Gostkowski for the extra point. This one hits the upright. And there's not much going right for New England. They get the touchdown, and Gostkowski misses the extra point. That's his 5th miss of the season. Welcome you back to NRG Stadium here in Houston, Texas. Super Bowl 51. Finally a touchdown from the Patriots, but Stephen Gostkowski, who missed extra points earlier in the season and then is coming off an AFC Championship game where he missed an extra point, now has missed 5 overall on the year. 1 miss in his first 10 seasons. It's a 28-9 game. And Atlanta's about to get it back. We'll see how Bill Belichick wants to play this. And it's an onside kick. That's going to be a penalty flag. It looked like it hit Gostkowski before it went 10 yards. It's recovered by Atlanta anyway. But it looked like it hit Gostkowski. It's got to travel 10 yards untouched by the kicking team. And that's why they threw the flag. But it's Atlanta's ball anyway. Leroy Reynolds. Let's watch and see where this comes up and hits Gostkowski right there on the right knee.
Leroy Reynolds, he comes in, and how he's able to get through all those bodies and get on. That's really great work by him. Well designed, I mean, but the job there with it hitting Gostkowski. And now you're setting a Falcons offense that a defense has not had a great deal of success against with outstanding field position.
Roy Reynolds is a fourth-year pro out of Virginia, has a moment.
Touch on the kicking team. The ball hit the kicker. That 5-yard penalty will be added to the spot of the recovery. First down, Atlanta.
So a moment for the special teams coach, Keith Armstrong. The Falcons. There's the missed extra point by Gostkowski. It's a 28-9 game. Atlanta with a football and all the fun so far. Well, Matt Ryan has a perfect passer rating so far at 158.3, 12 of 14, 193 yards. Now after the failed onside kick try and the 5-yard penalty starting at the New England 41. Up by 19. Ryan finds his receiver. That's Hooper, the tight end, who has a touchdown in this game. He picks up 9. We know that Matt Ryan is now the MVP of the NFL. Born in 1985, Exton, Pennsylvania, attended Boston College. Was the 3rd overall pick in 2008 behind Jake Long and Chris Long, and now the MVP. Regular season, 38 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Career year. He gets the MVP, and now flag flies. Good play there. Landon Roberts. Flowers was in there as well. Tevin Coleman, no gain, but a flag flew early.
Holding, number 70 offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
It's against left tackle Jake Matthews.
Right there. And this Patriots defense, they've done a much better job in the second half. There's no doubt that Kyle Shanahan would like to run the football like they did in that first half, wind this clock down. But the Patriots have gotten much more physical out on the edges. Yards have been harder to come by. But to follow up on Matt Ryan, yeah, I mean, right from the beginning, the guy he said that he loved this offense, and it was really a matter of getting comfortable with calling the plays. There's a lot of verbiage within the offense. And this year, as the season began, he had weapons. He felt comfortable with what he was doing. Another year in the system, and boy, the results speak for themselves. And congratulations to him on being named the league MVP.
We'll welcome you inside our broadcast booth, and you keep waiting because of their history and because of his history. Talking about Tom Brady and talking about the New England Patriots to jump back in this game, get a key stop, get a turnover. It's not happening, and that's in large part to the play of the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, they really have. They've grown up as the seasons progressed, but this was another big step against this Patriot team, in this ball game. But one of the real key turning points, I think, for the Falcons defensively was in this second half when Edelman gets the nice return and sets up the Patriots offensively with great field position. The defense forces a 3-and-out. That was a big-time stop.
This Atlanta team has not turned the ball over this entire postseason. Against Seattle, Green Bay, now New England. Ryan gets away from a sack, throws. That ball is incomplete for Austin Hooper. New England almost forced the turnover they were looking for, but Hooper didn't have it long enough for it to be considered a catch. Good job by Matt Ryan to get away from a sack from Sheard.
Jabal Sheard, he's the one who came off the corner, and Matt Ryan, he's just trying to get Hooper to throttle that thing down. There was a lot of field right there, and he made it tough on his quarterback trying to get him the football with him under pressure.
Good play by Chung to knock that ball out on 3rd down and 11. No snap. Ryan is sacked. Back on Atlanta's side of the 50. Kyle Van Noy, an in-season pickup from Detroit, a loss of 9, and it's 4th down.
Sheard, he's able to get home again against Ryan Schrader, and Van Noy then finishes him off, and they make a key stop. I mean, they get good field position with the missed onside kick. Defense for the Patriots does a good job not surrendering any points on that possession.
Yeah, after, as you said, not just the failed onside kick, the 5-yard penalty, and now with the play clock down at Sheffers checks with Bill Belichick to see if he wants to
Delay of
accept.
game, offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
The answer is yes. Meanwhile, for Belichick's defense, they have 3 sacks in this game, and all 3 have come on 3rd down. So now 3 seconds remain in this punt. Will be the last play of quarter number 3 in this 51st Super Bowl. Edelman waits for it. And no more whistles.
Of the 3rd quarter.
And they start the game clock, and that's it. For the first 3 quarters, the punt will start quarter number 4 after this from your local Fox station. It's a 28-9 game. The Patriots about to get the ball back as we begin the final quarter here in Super Bowl 51. It would be an unprecedented comeback if the Patriots climb out of this hole to win their 5th Super Bowl. Right now, it's Atlanta in charge. Washer has had a good night punting. Hits one end over end. And it is hauled in inside the 15. That was Patrick Chung. And they'll mark him at the 13-yard line. There have been miscues for the Patriots despite all the experience. A fumble in the first half by LeGarrette Blount. There have been some drops. There's been a pick 6. Robert Alford returning one 82 yards. Another drop. And then after their only touchdown of the game, Gostkowski hits the right upright. And it's 28-9. From the 13 as you look at the takeaways and the points off the takeaways. Brady, big hill to climb. Pass is caught by Malcolm Mitchell. And Mitchell with a first down at the 28, gain of 15.
Just a lot of those miscues that we just showed that you don't do what the Patriots have done and have those kinds of things happen, especially on this stage. It's just not expected. And it's not just one thing. Brady hasn't been as sharp as what we've seen from him this year, but drop balls, balls on the ground, fumbles.
Pass is caught here. That's Mitchell again. Gain of 7. So that brace on the elbow of Malcolm Mitchell broke his elbow during the preseason, and he's been dealing with a knee injury of late. 2nd straight game he's been active. 2nd and 3 now. Is it, has a first down as he's able to cross the 40, brought down by Keanu Neal, gain of 6. Super Bowl 51 most valuable player voting is now open. Go to NFL.com/MVP and vote now. First down, Patriots. NFL record 9th Super Bowl in franchise history. Brady all day. Edelman downfield, can't hit it. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, they had a chance once again for a big play down the field. Call that the wheel route, and you see that Edelman, he's a couple steps there on Brian Poole, and just another one just unable to connect when the opportunity has been there. And we showed that shot of Matt Ryan. You look at this offense for the Falcons and just 33 offensive snaps in this game. I mean, that's really unheard of.
Now 2nd and 10, pass caught. Mitchell again. They're going to the rookie. He's got a first down. The usual weapon for Tom Brady, Julian Edelman, has been targeted 10 times in this game. He has only 3 catches, and now the Patriots, they get up to the line, but then they're spending a lot of time up here getting a snap away. First down at the 41. Brady from the shotgun, pass is caught. And out of bounds is James White. They're going to give White nearly 10 yards. Looks like they stopped him just short, so it's second and literally inches.
I do think this Falcons defense has done a good job in this game of mixing things up between zone coverage and man coverage, just trying to keep Tom Brady from knowing exactly what they're doing on every snap.
Brady. Pass is incomplete for Amendola. Now it's 3rd down and 2 inches as Amendola comes away talking to the official, and he got grabbed. That's why by Poole.
Poole, he gets away with it here. He hasn't gotten away with all of them. He's been penalized a couple times, but Amendola got up immediately. He was looking for the flag, as was Brady.
On 3rd down, pass is caught inside the 10 by Bennett. There's life for New England as Martellus Bennett is good for 25.
Tom Brady knew exactly what he had, and Martellus Bennett at 275 pounds, I mean, he can run. Keanu Neal, he can run as well. He's the rookie safety, but Martellus Bennett is able to get a step and a perfectly thrown ball by Brady.
Now 1st and goal. Brady is sacked. Jarrett. Grady Jarrett has his 2nd of the game.
Couldn't see who it was, but he drops out. It might be Jonathan Babineau. He drops out underneath, and that Brady initially thought he was going to be able to get the crossing route, and it's not there. And by the time he sees it and gets off of it, Brady goes down.
That brought the ball back outside the 12, 2nd and goal. Underneath, it's White. Well played by Collins. Now 3rd down and goal.
Called it a little bit earlier, Joe, when you watch this defense, just the way they swarm to the football and the way that they fly around, they do look a lot like that Seattle defense, and of course the one that Dan Quinn coordinated there for a few years under Pete Carroll, and that's the template. He certainly has got some good young players that have done a nice job in this ballgame.
3rd down and goal. Brady's in trouble again, and it's Jarrett yet again. What a night for the 2nd-year pro out of Clemson.
This was the guy who was challenged. He was going to have to be able to play well in this game for this Falcons defense to have a chance, and he has. He comes up big. He goes right past Shaq Mason, the right guard, and he gets inside, and Brady has no chance.
This is exactly the same distance as an extra point. 33-yard try, and Gostkowski has made this a 2-score game. It's a 16-point game. Brady cannot get New England into the end zone on that drive. Patriots not able to get it into the end zone. Had a 1st and goal. Tom Brady has been hit 14 times. Meanwhile, Grady Jarrett, the 2nd-year 5th-round pick out of Clemson, had 3 sacks all regular season. He's now tied a Super Bowl record with his 3 sacks here against New England. Little pop-up kick. And back inside the 20, it's Hardy on the return in what is now a 2-score game. It's a 16-point game. Disbelief from Josh McDaniels. Back to work on offense, Atlanta. Up 16.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't even have an excuse, man. I'm just going to stay in.
Hello, Brian.
Spots McKenzie? What are you doing here?
My soul can't rest when people don't drink Bud Lights with friends.
Oh.
You know, at this very moment, your friends are hanging out and you're missing it.
I just didn't think that it was like a big deal, you know?
Brian, listen.
Yeah.
I'm a man, you're a man. Take my leash. I need to show you something. This was last week.
That's my friends.
Sad bacon legs. Sad bacon legs.
Sad bacon legs.
What does that mean?
It's an inside joke. You had to be there.
But?
My ex. Gotta go. This was a few days ago.
Here's an easy one. The proof is in the blank.
Pudding, obviously. Pants. Pants.
Oh,
yeah. The proof is in the pudding.
They can't hear you, man. They needed you, and you weren't there for them. Let's go for a walk. And here we are tonight.
My friend's house.
Hey, they're running a little low on Bud Light in there, Brian. Take this. You'll be a hero.
Sweet.
And take this fedora. You like it? Nah, you know what? The fedora was a bad idea.
Yeah, I wasn't really feeling that.
Okay, one last thing.
Yeah.
Crack open one of those BLs. I don't have thumbs. All right, well, you take it easy, Brian. You're a good boy in there.
That was Spuds McKenzie reminding you, you're not just here for the parties, you're here for the friendships.
This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
Today's game is sponsored by Bud Light. Spuds McKenzie would like to remind you to enjoy Bud Light responsibly. And by the all-new Kia Niro, a smarter kind of crossover.
We welcome you back with the Next Gen Stats presented by Mercedes-Benz and the night for Matt Ryan.
It's pretty amazing when you look at it and how efficient he has been. He's only thrown the ball 16 times, but he has just 3 incompletions, so he has been awfully efficient. Not only that, this Falcons offense only has 33 snaps. That's pretty amazing in an era right now when offenses are running 80 and 85 snaps. The Patriots have twice as many offensive snaps as the Falcons.
But it's a 16-point Atlanta lead. Toss to Coleman running right. Tackled by Patrick Chung, and he was trying to rip the ball out during the tackle, a gain of 8.
Well, that's what they kind of started this game doing. Getting out on the perimeter, and then the Patriots tightened up. But that's what Kyle Shanahan and this offense, they'd like to get that running game going once again and run this clock down.
Falcons are at 6.8 yards per rush. 2nd and 2. A toss, Coleman didn't get it. So 3rd down and 2. Maybe Coleman got half a yard at the most. And now Tevin Coleman is down. And that stops the clock with 8:48 left. So they'll check on their 2nd-year running back. And we'll take a timeout. Aerial coverage provided by Bud Light. We'll go back to the injury. The left ankle got pinned underneath for Tevin Coleman. First he gets stepped on, but that's not the issue. It's right there on the tackle by Trey Flowers. And they're going to take Coleman in for x-rays. 3rd down and a long 1. Out of the shotgun, Ryan gets hit. Ball is out. This is a fumble. New England has it. Hightower knocked it out. And Branch recovers for the Patriots.
It looked like Devontae Freeman should have picked him up. He doesn't block him, and Matt Ryan, because he's expecting Hightower to be blocked, he's looking the opposite way, and Hightower makes a big-time play right here and getting the ball loose on Matt Ryan. You see Freeman as he reacted when Hightower ran by him.
That is the first Falcons turnover this postseason. None against Seattle, none against Green Bay. A big one here. Under 8.5 to go from the 25. Brady, he goes down. Dwight Freeney.
Well, Dwight Freeney, he's been getting close throughout this game, and he's going against Solder. there at left tackle, and he gets the speed rush, and this time he gets home. His first sack since October, but he has really played well, even though it wouldn't show up other than that one sack. He's been applying pressure throughout this game.
The Atlanta Falcons added Dwight Freeney for a sack just like that in his third team over the last 4 years. In his third Super Bowl, he's 36. Big play, 2nd and 15. Brady over the middle, pass is caught and then well covered by Keanu Neal. James White made the reception. A gain of 4. 3rd down and 11 coming. This play that's coming right here could render a forthcoming point moot. So you wonder if down by 16 points with just over 7 to go, if this is 4-down territory for New England.
No doubt.
3rd and 11. Brady, pass caught. That's Mitchell. 1st down. And it's been the rookie, Malcolm Mitchell, who has really played well in this second half.
Yeah, after this play, though, Mitchell makes the catch, and he stops. He puts the ball on the ground. It looked initially like to me, that he was not touched when he comes back to make a play on that ball, and yet he slams it down as though he was in college.
From the 14. Amendola. They're going to say that forward progress was stopped. They keep the game clock running. Ricardo Allen on the tackle, and Amendola got 7. Tells the world they're going for 2. A 6-yard touchdown for Danny Amendola.
And Jalen Collins, he's in there playing the slot. He gets caught looking inside. Amendola just runs a speed out on him, and it was uncontested. An easy completion and touchdown for this Patriots. Costly fumble there on the missed block by Devontae Freeman. Gives the ball to the Patriots. This is a big 2-point conversion here to really apply the pressure on the Falcons.
They were 1 for 2 during the regular season on 2-point tries. A direct snap, and it's good. James White, 8-point game. Brady and the Patriots take advantage of the takeaway. And it's a 1-score game in Super Bowl 51. Atlanta led this game 21-0. Led 21-3 at the half. The biggest lead was 25 points at 28-3 with under 2.5 left in the 3rd quarter. And with the turnover and the subsequent touchdown, this is an 8-point game with just under 6 minutes left in the Super Bowl.
Well, things got a lot tighter over there on that Falcons sideline, and the turnovers in this ball game for both teams have proven very costly.
Another kick from Gostkowski that drives Hardy back inside the 5. That was good work. Perfect kick by Gostkowski. Kept it out of the end zone. He made Hardy field it, and then the Patriots got downfield and covered it. Out of bounds at the 10, and with this touchdown by Danny Amendola and then the 2-point conversion, Robert Kraft, Jonathan Kraft, and New England celebrates with Gisele Bündchen, Mrs. Tom Brady, and Mr. Bill Belichick. First time in a long time there's been pressure on this Atlanta offense from the 10.
That's right. We'll see what they're able to do here backed up, and this crowd is alive.
Play action. Ryan Freeman is wide open. Nobody went with him. And Devontae Freeman makes a move out across the 45. Roberts downfield to make the stop, but a 39-yard catch and run.
Yeah, you're going to see nobody goes with him. I couldn't tell if it was here in the middle. Landon Roberts, who should have been going then with Freeman, but clearly a bust. They're man elsewhere, and they leave a zone completely wide open, and Matt Ryan exploits it.
39-yard play, longest play from scrimmage in the game. Freeman gets a yard. Jung in on the stop with Jabal Sheard. Now player is down for Atlanta, and this is their right tackle, Ryan Schrader. Second down and 9. With over 5 to play. And Tom Compton, a fourth-year pro out of South Dakota, will take over for Schrader at tackle. You look at a comparison of the two fan bases and a history of the championships. And Atlanta's tired of hearing about futility. It's been nothing but success over the past decade for the 4 major sports franchises in the New England area. 36 total championships, and for Atlanta, 1 in 168 seasons of the 4 major sports. And that belongs to the 1995 Atlanta Braves. Here's the injury to Schrader. Sheard, the legs of Sheard kind of tripped Schrader, so Compton is in at right tackle. 5 minutes left, 2nd and 9. Extra men on the rush. Ryan steps through it, throws on the run, and Jones with a catch. Phenomenal catch by Julio Jones on the sideline.
I have no idea how Matt Ryan gets this ball in there and how Julio Jones is able to make that catch and keep his feet in bounds and secure the football. I mean, that's unbelievable coverage by Eric Rowe underneath him. And when Matt Ryan broke contain, I thought he was going to run. There was just nowhere to put this football, and yet he finds a spot that only Julio Jones can make a play on.
It's a 27-yard completion. And now a timeout on the field. That was incredible. And considering the circumstances with all the momentum with New England, the biggest catch of this second half.
You're going to see to the right of the screen as Matt Ryan takes off, you know, what he's looking at. And Eric Rowe is underneath that throw, and anything short of perfect ball placement, it's intercepted. That's pretty incredible stuff right there. I mean, this guy, it seems like every time I watch him play, he comes up with a play that's better than the one I'd seen previously, and that's as good as it gets.
We're under 5 minutes. The issue is the clock. It didn't stop. It was out of bounds, so now 4:40 left in the ball game. That was incredible.
Eric Rowe's wondering just what he has to do to make a play on the ball.
Toss to Freeman running left. Nowhere to go. And coming up is McCourty on the stop, a loss of 1. In a position where a field goal makes the task really difficult right now. A 1-score game coming up. The Ford postgame show with Kurt, Terry, Howie, Michael, and Jimmy. The presentation of the Lombardi Trophy and interviews from down on the field. 2nd and 11. Immediately taken by New England.
Well, Trey Flowers, he goes right through Alex Mack, and this is what Matt Ryan just couldn't afford to do. Once he starts to scramble, you just can't take the sack there. It doesn't knock him out in terms of being in field goal range, but that's a costly sack by Matt Ryan.
It would be a 53-yard field goal from this spot. Matt Ryan has plenty of leg for that, but that sack makes the field goal try just that much more difficult if the Falcons don't come up with any yardage on this 3rd and 23.
Yeah, and then Matt Ryan's got to be smart here. Can't afford another sack. Try to pick up some yards. Make it easier for Matt Ryan. 3 points is big right now in this ball game.
A loss of 12 on that sack. Pass is caught, Sanu, and that's exactly what happened. A flag is down back in the area where Matt Ryan went down, and we'll check the call.
Holding. Number 70 offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay 3rd down.
That's Jake Matthews. The third-year first-round pick out of Texas A&M, guilty of this hold on Chris Long. And that is a massive call against Atlanta. And then on the back end of it, on the tackle of Sanu, they may have missed a face mask. Really both ways on Sanu and Logan Ryan. And now the ball's back at the 45, and they are out of field goal range after the hold by Matthews.
Well, we'll see what Bill Belichick elects to do here, because Matt Ryan's got the same approach. Now you're just trying to get yards, get back in field goal range, and give yourself a chance.
Stunt up front defensively. Pass is incomplete. Gabriel the target. And with the sack and the hold, the Falcons are not in position to add to an 8-point lead. Opportunity missed after that incredible catch by Julio Jones.
Oh, it was such a good drive for Atlanta, starting with the completion to Devontae Freeman out of the backfield, and then of course Julio Jones along the sidelines. Looked like, okay, they're going to, probably come away with 3 points, which makes it awfully difficult on New England. Now they're giving the ball back, no attempt on a field goal, and they're going to put Tom Brady in position to tie this game up.
Just got it away. End-over-end punt. Edelman inside the 10. Let's give you a recap of Super Bowl 51. Come along for the ride, won't you? Austin Hooper, the rookie tight end, with a touchdown that made it 14-0. Miss the 82-yard interception in return by Robert Alford made it 21-0, and then Tevin Coleman. This was all Atlanta. The last time the Patriots had it, a touchdown by Danny Amendola from Brady. James White punched in a 2-point conversion. It's a 1-score game with a touchdown and a successful 2-point try. And look at the NFL postseason, not Super Bowl history. The lead was at 1 point, 25 points for Atlanta. They lead by 8. Brady gets hit as he throws, and the pass incomplete. And Brady's slow to get up. They've been in Tom Brady's face since the opening kickoff.
I think that was Grady Jarrett again right here. 97. Let's say, yep, sure was. He's able to get back in on Tom Brady. He's had himself a heck of an afternoon.
The Patriots' longest drive this season is 91 yards. If they go 91 yards here, they'll have a chance to tie it. Sacked 5 times, hit 16. 2nd and 10. Brady going to air it out. Hogan on the sideline, incomplete. Collins in coverage, it's 3rd and 10. One of the rare downfield shots we've seen from Tom Brady tonight.
Yeah, they had the one-on-one look, and I've seen Chris Hogan make a lot of these plays, and contact there at the end of it, and I like that there was no call. They let him go after. They're both trying to make a play on the ball. 3rd down.
10 blitz off the corner. Pass is caught by Hogan. Can't get out of bounds. Strong tackle by Collins. But a big first down. Gain of 16.
They're flying all around Tom Brady, and he's hanging in the pocket and delivers a strike to Chris Hogan to convert.
Pretty good block there by James White, the running back, to give Brady just enough time. Patriots 2 timeouts. Ball at the 25. Over the middle, broken up. Coverage by Alford. The target was Edelman. 2nd and 10, and that was a dangerous pass.
A lot of grabbing going on there.
Boy, I'll say.
Saw Edelman as he got up. Matt Ryan sees the ball get deflected up in the air. He's hoping someone can make a play on the interception, but Alford with plenty of contact down the field on Julian Edelman.
Brooks Reed was shaken up on that play. Clock was stopped anyway at 2:34, and Reed has to come out. 2nd and 10.
Well, Alford, he goes with it. Whenever you see Alford right here go with Edelman, then Tom Brady knows immediately they're in man. Otherwise, he's playing his side. We'll see if they can run some kind of rub route and free someone up for a big play.
Near sideline Mitchell. What a half he's had. And he's out of bounds with another first down. This 4th-round pick out of Georgia. Grew up in Valdosta, Georgia. Fell down, got up, and made the catch. What a play.
He's played well, and you talked about his season, Joe. 26 of his 32 receptions in the regular season came in the last 7 games, and that's when they really needed somebody once Gronkowski went down, and he became that guy.
Here's Edelman broken up, and the pass is no sign yet. Edelman comes down with a football, and they're saying it's a catch. And we'll get another look at this. Alford knocked it up into the air, and let's see who comes down with it. Oh, that's a catch.
Oh, my God.
That's incredible.
That's amazing concentration by Julian Edelman to be able to make a play on that.
Is challenging the ruling on the field of a completed pass. We'll review the play.
The ball was resting on the arm of Ricardo Allen, and Edelman able to re-grab it before he hits the ground. I checked with Mike Pereira in our booth. He thinks it's a catch, and the play's being challenged by Atlanta.
And it should have been an interception by Robert Alford. I mean, he makes a play on this. He's in perfect position right there to intercept that ball. Instead, it gets popped up. But Julian Edelman, it's outstanding.
Mike Pereira is in our booth. You saw the same thing we did. You think it's a catch?
Yeah, what I do see is that there is the bobble, but he gets control, and then the ball looks like it does touch the ground, but he had control first. So since he had control first, and then he maintained the control, I think they stay with this as a catch.
Every look we've had makes it look like a catch. Makes you think of the Super Bowl at the end of the 2007 season, which was Super Bowl 42, when Asante Samuel had a shot at an interception. Then the David Tyree catch followed. Giants eventually won that Super Bowl. Here's Jeffers.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. The receiver's hand is under the ball. The ball never hits the ground. Atlanta will be charged with their 3rd and final charge timeout. It is also their 2nd challenge. They have no challenges
Samuel
remaining.
earlier had a shot at an interception. Somehow on this play, Eli Manning stayed upright and then throws it downfield, and there's Rodney Harrison, who makes the defensive play, and Tyree, who catches it against his helmet. And now this from Edelman. Incredible. Here's Amendola down near the 20. And we are at the 2-minute warning, which will allow everybody, including the two guys talking throughout all of this, to catch their breath. 1:57. Wow. In a season that started with a 4-game suspension, Tom Brady is in a position now with the ball resting at the 21-yard line of Atlanta to try and finish off this comeback, but it would take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion as he looks for his 5th Super Bowl win, which would be a record. On first down, Brady underneath, finds White. White down inside the 10. Tom Brady now somehow is over 400 yards passing in this game. I mean, it's been a complete reversal of fortune here. He's got 410. That's the second most all time. First and goal. From the 8, Brady finds his man. That's James White. What a game he's had. And White is down to the 1.
He's been working James White when they spread him out. The last couple times they have him in the backfield, and he's working underneath. They've been in that zone coverage, and it's been easy. We'll see if they punch it in right here.
22. Alabama. 319.
Handoff. Touchdown, James White. The biggest 2-point attempt in the history of the Patriots franchise.
Well, Marcus Cannon, you're going to see the right tackle. He just collapses it right there in the double team with Martellus Bennett. He punches it in before Campbell's able to make a play. And great job, and here we are, the 2-point play.
This is it. The time left, even if it is time for Atlanta. Pass, Amendola, flag is down. But it depends on the penalty. And the indication is it's against Atlanta.
Offside. Number 93 defense. That penalty is declined. Touchdown.
This is a tie game. Amendola for 2.
White Freeney, he's trying to get a jump on him, but he goes too fast. They get the 2-point conversion, tie this thing up, and don't ever count Tom Brady out.
Best ever?
The best ever in my book. I said it this week. Regardless of what happened tonight, he's the best I've seen, and he's put on a show here in the last 30 minutes of this ball game, and to climb back in it. And you think now for the Atlanta Falcons how costly the sack on Matt Ryan, the holding penalty, left tackle Jake Matthews knocks them out of field goal range that would have made this a 2-possession ball game.
25 unanswered points put up over the last 16-plus minutes by New England. Tom Brady told his owner, Robert Kraft, who we've seen multiple times in this game, when he was drafted in the 6th round out of Michigan, it's the best decision that this organization has ever made. He took over on September 23rd, 2001. The Patriots were coming off a 5-11 season in the first year under Belichick. And Tom Brady, after a hit on Drew Bledsoe by Mo Lewis in a 10-3 loss, took over. Brady won his first start, lost the following week, talked to the team, said, we're 1-3. This isn't where we want to be. Follow me. And they end up winning the Super Bowl as a 14-point underdog against Kurt Warner, Marshall Faulk, and the greatest show on turf. They've won 3 more since, and now they're tied Super Bowl 51. Nothing on the return from Eric Weems. The penalty for the offside was enforced on the kickoff, so The kickoff was from the 40, and is Super Bowl 51 going to be the first overtime game in Super Bowl history? Not if Matt Ryan and this highest scoring offense in the NFL during 2016 has anything to say about it.
Well, there's plenty of time with 52 seconds left. No timeouts. At the same time, Matt Ryan has to be smart with what he's trying to do here.
Pass is caught. That's Sanu, and he is able to survive the big hits. No timeouts left for Atlanta. And it's a 12-yard gain and a first down out to the 23. Extra men on a blitz. Pass is caught. That's by Hooper, but a short gain. And the clock continues to move. Gain of 4. And they'll clock it. But now it's third down. .18 seconds remain.
I don't like the clock there. I think if you get them set, you get them lined up, you get the play called. A lot of times these offenses these days, they got one word. You get guys lined up. One word tells everybody what they're doing. You're able to get a play off. But like you said, now third down. Patriots with 2 timeouts. A lot can happen in 18 seconds.
On 3rd and 6, just 4 men on the rush. Ryan got hit. The pass is incomplete. It ends up in the waiting arms of Duron Harmon, but now it's 4th down. And here's the pressure as Flowers almost got home in time.
Yeah, Ryan really did not want to turn it loose when he did, but he was forced to because of Trey Flowers, and knowing with the clock and how little time was left, got to get a big chunk. He takes a chance. I would imagine that they're going to bring everybody here and try to make a play on this punt.
11 seconds left in regulation. Timeout taken by New England. And Bill Belichick has seen his team put up 25 unanswered points to tie this game at 28, and even with the missed extra point earlier, they're able to convert twice on 2-point tries. And this is just shocking. You okay over there?
Yeah, it's shocking. There's a lot of words. Yeah, disbelief.
And that timeout's taken by New England here just to make sure that the feet of Duron Harmon did come down out of bounds, and he was out of bounds. So Bill Belichick called that timeout to make sure that the booth would have time to maybe review it, and we're in a booth review as we're inside of 2 minutes.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. It's an incomplete pass. 4th down.
Now the punt by Bosher, and what Atlanta wants is obviously a good snap from Josh Harris. And then see what Bosher can do. He will not take his time. Good snap. Not much of a rush, and a high hanging punt. Fair catch by Edelman at the 35. And there are 3 seconds left. The end of that play, 6-time Pro Bowler Matthew Slater got dropped to the turf. No penalty flag, and Julio Jones is going to come in, and he'll be one of the deep men. As we'll see what Tom Brady and the Patriots want to do. Do they want to heave it, hope for a penalty, get a shot at a field goal, or just be content with a first overtime game in Super Bowl history? It took 50 of these things to find an overtime game, and sure seems like we're headed into extra time.
And you think about the Falcons. I mean, you say shocking, disbelief, all those words, and I mean that's what the Falcons have got to be thinking over there. They got to pull it together. Here's Brady with a fake. It's Dion Lewis with just a little excitement before the end of regulation, and we'll just hope that Dion Lewis is okay. He came down hard on the turf at his own bench, and maybe the answer to that question is no. Well, he hadn't moved since he went to the ground.
Watch how he hits the turf. Oh, he kind of stuck his leg into the ground, and that's why he went down as hard as he did. Right there. That looks like a lower body injury. I'll say it again. Falcons led this game 21-0 at the beginning as they made their way through the early parts of this game. 21-3 at the half. The biggest lead was 25 points at 28-3 with under 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. And the Patriots have tied it with 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. It worked.
Gentlemen, we're about to begin an overtime period that will continue until the winner is determined. It is sudden death unless the first team to possess kicks a field goal, in which case the other team will have an opportunity. Each team gets 3 timeouts. We basically begin a new game as far as timing goes, and all the replay challenges will be initiated by the replay official in the booth. This is heads. This is tails. New England gets to call the toss. Heads. They have called heads. It is heads. New England has won the toss. Elected to receive this end of the field. Good luck.
Off we go into overtime. Super Bowl 51. We'll keep the party rolling in Houston. 28-28. The 2 head coaches who were involved in the first ever overtime game in Super Bowl history. Dan Quinn in his 2nd year, and Bill Belichick in his 17th with New England. Bosher to kick it away. Brady will start at the 25, and again a touchdown. The game is over. Experience the game like never before from every angle. And the key play on that drive was the throw to Danny Amendola. And then the touchdown. It was James White. Danny Amendola on the 2-point conversion, and we're tied at 28.
Yeah, and this is the Falcons defense that they're reeling. I mean, this second half, when you look at what the Patriots have done offensively, they've scored the last 4 times they've had the ball.
And it's White out of the backfield. James White trying to tiptoe. Deion Jones on the stop. White just turned 25. 4th-round pick out of Wisconsin 2 years ago. He's had a big game.
74. Boy, he sure has. He's been Tom Brady's go-to guy here in this ball game.
13 catches, 113 yards, and 1 huge touchdown. Saw those numbers for Brady in this 4th quarter. 2nd and 4. Sideline. What a throw, Amendola on the reception. One of the best of the game for Tom Brady.
You called it. You got to lay this ball out on the sideline. Amendola again with the speed out. Brian Poole in coverage, and Brady lays it out perfectly. That ball's just dropped right in.
14-yard completion and a 1st down at their own 45 in a blink. Brady. Pass is caught. Hogan inside the 40. Chris Hogan has had a quiet game, but a big catch for 18.
And time in the pocket. for Tom Brady. You're going to see Chris Hogan at the end of this as he works back through the ball. He's able to work back through to the quarterback and make a play with Jalen Collins then in coverage. But Tom Brady on the last 2 throws has had a clean pocket and he's delivered perfect balls. Play by the rookie Deion Jones. And if Tom Brady doesn't use his best fastball, that's a dangerous pass out there to White, who was waiting for it from Brady. Tried that a couple times, and the Falcons have been aggressive on that quick throw. James White now with 14 catches. That's a new Super Bowl record. A loss of 3, 2nd and 13. Is caught. Julian Edelman. First down at the 25. You can see this offensive line there. They're doing a good job right now of giving a clean pocket inside for Brady with no pressure. And then Brady, he allows Julian Edelman. He's in man coverage. Alford is on him, but he's got to clear a free guy. And with protection, Brady's able to hang on to it and again makes a good throw. The Patriots win Super Bowl 51 with a touchdown right here. Anything less, Atlanta gets to possess. Fake it to Hogan, flip it to White, looking for blocks. Getting blocks inside the 20, out of bounds at the 15. And it's a first down. This is really well executed by the Patriots. They get linemen out. Right guard Shaq Mason, he gets a man on the ground. Julian Edelman, he's blocking out in front. Falcons need somebody to step up and make a play. On first down. Here's Bennett. Flag is thrown. Martellus Bennett tried on the underthrown ball for a spinning catch, and a flag is thrown right in the spot where Bennett came down. Devondre Campbell in coverage. We'll see if it's against number 59. Yeah, they're going to get Campbell for the pass interference, and I think it's the right call. A ball that was a little underthrown, but Campbell never is able to get turned around to make a play.
Pass interference. Defense. Automatic. First down.
It's going to set up 1st and goal from the 2. And LeGarrette Blount checks in. He rushed for a league-high 18 touchdowns during the regular season, has 19 when you include the postseason. A touchdown here.
53.
And it's a Patriots win. And they got the big fullback, James Devlin, leading the way. Play action. Bennett broken up, and Beasley got his left hand on it. Dangerous throw. And that's the play the Falcons have been waiting for. Almost got it. Beasley played it pretty well. He was in position, and he's knocking it down. But, boy, when the ball went up, I'm like you, Joe. I thought that's a risky pass by Brady. And boy, Beasley had a chance to make the key takeaway that they're looking for down here. The great Tom Brady had completed 10 in a row. Now 2nd and goal.
319.
Toss to White. He's in! Patriots win the Super Bowl! Brady has his 5th! What a comeback! Another look to make sure. James White driving. They've already shot off the confetti. Fans are on the field.
And it looks like a good touchdown.
Yeah, it does to me too, Joe. When the knee goes down, where's the ball? I don't know what they'd do if they had to overturn this, but it looked to me like the ball was across. And what an effort by James White, who's had himself a heck of a ball game. There was contact by Ricardo Allen, and yet he's able to get across the goal line. What a game by the New England Patriots and Tom Brady.
34-28, the final in overtime, and the Patriots have redefined the word momentum here tonight. New England overcame a 25-point deficit by scoring 31 unanswered points. And if there was any doubt coming into this game about Tom Brady and where he ranks, nobody's ever won more Super Bowls. Nobody's ever been better. That was incredible.
Pretty amazing. And we got to sit here with a front row seat and watch it. And just an amazing game.
Until tonight, Bill Belichick has. No quarterback had ever won 5 Super Bowls until tonight. Tom Brady has. Let's go down to Chris Myers.
We're live, Tom, on Fox. We're live. America saw the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history. I know you're talking to your former general manager, Scott Pioli, who's part of the Atlanta Falcons. Tom, can you just talk about what you were thinking and how you brought the team back when you were down 25?
You know, we all brought each other back. So we never felt out of it. It was a tough battle. But, you know, they have a great team. I give them a lot of credit. We just made a few more plays than them.
I mean, you're fifth. They're all sweet, but this is incredible. First overtime, the way you came back. Is the most recent one the best?
They're all great. You know, I think this team resembled a lot of teams from the past that had a lot of mental toughness, great defense. Everyone rose to the occasion in the second half and overtime.
And you said you're not motivated by the past, but a little redemption maybe in this moment?
This is all positive, man. This is unbelievable. I'm going to go see my family.
And I know emotional, and we hope your family's doing well. Thanks, Tom.
Thanks,
congratulations.
Chris. Thank you.
All right, Super Bowl history with Tom Brady.
Chris, thank you. His mom, Galen, has been going through some health issues. He's kept those close to the vest. But what a son Tom Sr. and Galen have raised in Tom Brady, the first 5-time Super Bowl champion quarterback in the history of the NFL. The only time the Patriots were out in front in this game is when James White scored the game-winning touchdown in overtime. And now Robert Kraft and Tom Brady come together. post-game show is coming right up. But first, some of the better moments of Super Bowl 51 didn't just happen on the field. See them right now. Brought to you by Hyundai.
Welcome to the Ford Postgame Show. Brought to you by Ford. Going further so you can.
What was a blowout turned into the greatest comeback in NFL postseason history. Tom Brady and Bill Belichick get the Vince Lombardi Trophy from Roger Goodell after this.
Let the confetti fly. The Patriots are world champions. Now direct from NFLshop.com, you can celebrate just like the players with the official Super Bowl 51 trophy collection. Get the same championship t-shirt, hat, and towel Patriots players get. Plus the official Blu-ray and DVD of Super Bowl 51. They're your team. Wear the gear. Relive the glory. Only at NFLshop.com.
The Ford Post-Game Show on Fox is sponsored by Ford. Going further so you can.
Moments ago, Commissioner Roger Goodell congratulating Tom Brady on his record-setting night. Time for the official presentation of the Vince Lombardi Trophy. Let's send it up to public address announcer Alan Roach.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome three-time Super Bowl champion and NFL legend Willie McGinnis and the Vince Lombardi Trophy. Super Bowl champion, Pro Football Hall of Famer, and Houston native, Michael Strahan.
That's what NFL football is all about. Robert, you know how hard these are to get. And this is your fifth under your leadership, Coach Belichick and Tom Brady. What an unbelievable achievement for your organization. Congratulations to your organization, to your fans, to your community. We're so proud of you. Take your Super Bowl trophy home to New England.
Mr. Kraft, what do you got to say to all your fans out there that after the first 4 weeks of the season, your quarterback's not starting and to find yourself in the greatest Super Bowl ever played, and you're the victor?
2 years ago, we won our 4th Super Bowl down in Arizona. And I told our fans that was the sweetest one of all. But a lot has transpired during the last 2 years. And I don't think that needs any explanation. But I want to say to our fans, our brilliant coaching staff, our amazing players who are so spectacular, this is unequivocally the sweetest. And I'm proud to say, for the 5th time, we are all Patriots. And tonight, for the 5th time, the Patriots are world champions.
Thank you, Mr. Kraft. Congratulations, sir. 5 out of 7. Bill Belichick, Coach Belichick. Hop over here on this side, Coach. Well, there's so much debate about who's the greatest coach in the history of the NFL tonight that got solved. That would be you, my young man. Congratulations.
Thanks, Terry. But look, it's all about these players. We got great players. They're tough, and they compete. We thought they competed for 60 minutes, but it took more tonight. These guys competed. We're down 28-3. They never looked back.
That's what I was going to say. You went in at halftime. This football game was pretty much getting out of control. Both of you tried. The opening drives didn't score. They go down and score. We got a 28-point game here, and it just looks like all the wins out of your sail. How did this team come back?
They just keep competing. We got great players, and they just compete for 60 minutes or longer.
Coach, congratulations.
Thanks,
well deserved.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Tom Brady. Well, I got the greatest coach in the NFL. Might as well have the greatest quarterback. Tom Brady. Oh, man. How good is this, boy? Huh? Here, let me hand it. No, let me hand it to you. How sweet is that, Tom? The only 4-time MVP, the only quarterback, the first quarterback to ever win 5 Super Bowls. This is not easy, Tom. Coming out in the second half, this just did not look like the same Patriot team we've seen all year. What turned it around? Was it the penalties, the holding call, the pass that was incomplete after the great catch by Jones, and all of a sudden, you go down and tie this thing up?
Well, there were a lot of plays that, Coach talks about. You never know which play it's going to be in the Super Bowl, and there was probably 30 of them tonight that if any one of those would have been different, the outcome could have been different. But I'm so proud of our guys, our coaches, the team. It's unbelievable, what these guys have accomplished all season. I'm just proud to, be a part of this great group.
Your father is here for the first time this year. Your mother, after an illness for 18 months, Galen, she's here tonight. You dedicated this game to her. She has got to be beyond herself right now.
Yeah, they're all happy, so it's nice to have everybody here, and it's going to be a great celebration tonight. So thank you to all our fans, everyone back in Boston, New England, we love you. You've been with us all year. We're bringing this sucker home.
Tom Brady. And they bring in James Lewis. James, come on in here. For all you Patriots fans, there's always the great quarterbacks and the great coaches, but now we got us a great running back that can catch it out of the backfield, score the winning touchdown. Tell me, what was the play, when it was called, how did you feel?
It was a toss play. The offensive line did a great job blocking. Receivers did a great job blocking. I just had to run through one guy and just get the ball in the end zone. The game's on the line. You got to find a way in.
And when you saw the hole, you said, oh, my God.
Got to get in. That's what I said.
James, congratulations. All right, listen, ladies and gentlemen, Houston, the Patriots have landed. Back to you, Craig.
And so the New England Patriots Revenge Tour 2016/17 is complete. It took 51 years, but we got our first overtime ever in the Super Bowl, and it winds up in another New England championship. Back with more of the postgame from Houston right after this.
Welcome back to the Ford postgame show. Brought to you by Ford. Going further so you can.
Giving me a million reasons. Give me a million reasons. Giving me a million reasons. About a million reasons. I bow down to prayer. I try to make the worst seem better. Lord, show me the way to cut through all this worn out leather. I've got
I think we had about a million reasons to think this game was over after the third quarter. Wow. Never before had we seen a game go to overtime in the Super Bowl. Never before had a coach won his fifth. Never before had a quarterback won his fifth. Never before had we had a four-time MVP. Never before had we seen a team come back from more than 10 points down. The Patriots bounced back from 25 points down to win the Super Bowl. This is crazy, Michael.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely insane. And I am so happy, though, for this man here. Let it out, Howie. Smile. Everybody, you don't realize how stressed he has been. And to see his son go through the journey he's gone through and end up here, and it looked very dire, my friend. We were a little scared in the back. But to come out like this, I'm happy
His
for you.
journey here was as improbable as the Patriots comeback. We're dumbfounded. This is amazing. I'm so happy for Chris. I'm happy for that Patriot football team, and it's the toughness that team shows. Coming out the second half, down 28-3 with 8:30 left in the third quarter, nothing short of remarkable.
Can I quickly add, a guy asked me, I walked all the way down when Brady took the ball to take it down and tie it up, and he turned to me and he said, do you really think he can drive it all the way down? I said, just watch. You'll be amazed.
Well, for every great victor, there is a tough loser. And for the second time in the last 3 seasons, Dan Quinn, who used to be the defensive coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks, had his heart ripped out at the end of the game by the New England Patriots. But he was still gracious enough to speak with Aaron Andrews just moments ago.
Dan, you guys looked like you were well in control. What happened?
Well, for sure it hurts like hell. And I thought our guys battled hard and made plays, you know, and we know how good and what they're capable of doing. And that's why you thought this game would come down at the end, and it did. 2 good teams battling for it. So, you know, we knew what they were capable of as well.
What did they do that you guys couldn't stop?
Well, I don't know if it was one thing, you know, obviously that would have taken place, but honestly, just making plays, Aaron. That was, you know, we got to tip our hat off to them. You know, we thought it was going to be about the ball. You know, it came down at the end, and they had a turnover that was, you know, a key factor for sure. But for us, you know, wasn't one thing, you know, we could have done to, you know, to say this one thing we would do different. But we knew it was going to be a battle, and it for sure was. It was a fantastic game. Really proud of the way our guys battled and competed.
Thank you so much for coming out. Appreciate it.
All right, you know, Jimmy, once Atlanta got that turnover, turned the ball over to New England, it looked like it just rolled downhill, and the Falcons couldn't do anything to stop it.
And, you know, that happens in a lot of ball games. When the momentum changes, all of a sudden they start pressing, and they press more and more. They took the sack. They got the holding penalty. They got out of field goal range. You know, and this has got to be disappointing, obviously. You know, it's overstated, but let me tell you what. They have an outstanding young football team. Dan Quinn is an outstanding coach. They're going to be back in this game again because, like I said, they're a very young team. They're very talented. On the other side, I said it before the game ever started, you know, Bill Belichick's the greatest coach of all time. He showed that tonight.
And Tom Brady. Talk about Tom Brady.
Well, I'm sitting here staring at Jimmy and just admiring what he's saying. But, Jimmy, I thought the turn in the game was after a great catch by Julio Jones, which was phenomenal. Yes. Then they try the pass again. They get sacked. Then they get a holding penalty. And next thing you know, they're having a punt. All they got is they're in field goal territory. Right. That's what will eat you alive this offseason.
Well, you mentioned earlier out there on the podium with Bill Belichick that you think, and Jimmy said it before the show even started, before the game started, Bill Belichick is probably the greatest coach in the history of the National Football League. He is the first coach ever to win 5 Super Bowl titles, breaking the tie he had with Chuck Noll. Our aerial coverage here in Houston tonight brought to you by Bud Light. More of the celebration for Bill Belichick and the Super Bowl champion Patriots as we continue here on Fox. Well, Howie Long Long's no longer with us here at the desk, and understandably so. He's down there with his son, Chris, celebrating. Fourth father-son duo ever to play in and win a Super Bowl. And look, Howie's Grandpa Howie.
That's Waylon. That's the grandson, Waylon.
Waylon. Chris's son joins him right there. 24 Legacy is next right here on Fox. We will continue our Super Bowl coverage over on Fox Sports 1. Right after we are through here, we'll have players join us as well, so make sure you flip over there. But first, let's get your final thoughts, starting with you, Jimmy.
Well, we talked about Super Bowl experience. Was that going to come into play? Well, I think the experience did come into play in this game, because Atlanta, once things turned on them, then all of a sudden they said, oh no, what's happening? Whereas, New England and Tom Brady, they've been here so many times. They were persistent. They hung in there. They still were believing that they could win this ball game.
Absolutely, and when I saw Brady up there, the first thing he said on his way up was, I'm tired. So you deserve to be tired. And I know it's a special win for him in front of his mother, who's been battling her sickness for 18 months, the father, to have them here with his family, his kids, his wife. And then I saw Rob Ninkovich, and he said, you know what? I said, that was an unbelievable comeback. And all he said, you know why? And he pointed to his heart. They have heart. They don't quit. And Belichick wasn't so mad at him when he gave up that touchdown. He came up and said, I'm not so upset.
Well, what happened was you saw early in the game, Atlanta got the turnover to get the 14 points up earlier than the 21. Flipped that over in the second half, and then you saw the turnover by Matt Ryan, and then the quick touchdown, and then the momentum changed right there, and Atlanta started tightening up.
You know what? This was an historic night in so many ways. Our coverage will continue over on FS1, so flip over there. We'll have Patriot players join us, but right now here on Fox, it's time for 24 Legacy.